also have many of these paper bags, some broken, and you have no idea what to do with them, then keep on watching because we are going to make a one signature journal with these. So let's get started. So for this video, I just grabbed 3 bags that I had lying around. You can make this from any paper bag that you have, preferably one that you can't really use anymore. Like this one is torn there. And this one is still okay, I think. And this one has the handle broken, so that's no good anymore. They are all different sizes, so these 2 are the same size. This one is a little bit smaller. It doesn't matter which bag you use as long as they are paper bags. So let's start with one. What I like to do is to take the base, the bottom of the bag, and just unfold them. So basically where it's glued together, you're going to undo it. Oops, I just tore it there. It's okay, it's fine, it's fine. So now you have something like this. And then you're going to find that fold where the bag is actually glued together lengthways, which in my case is right there. And now you have this entire piece that you can do with whatever the heck you want. You can use this as wrapping paper. You can stamp all over or paint all over and use it as wrapping paper. But we are going to make a journal. So I'm going to fold the edges together like so. Just line them up. Double check if they're still lined up. Doesn't have to be super precise, but somewhat. And then make that fold here. Then you're going to flip the bottom up and make sure it lines up somehow. Mine is a little bit crinkly, so that's why. Make sure that lines up. And then make it fold as well here. I'm just gonna grab my bone folder. There we go. Now we're going to, I think I want those at the top there. Going to fold that right to about where this thing meets, so we can fold this in. There we go. And now we can fold this part in. So now you should have something like this. And now we're going to do that same thing with the other 2 as well. So these are the 3 bags together. Now for the outside, I am going to stitch all around. The first thing I'm gonna do, however, with all of these, I'm going to remove the handles because they are kind of, I don't know, they're just kind of a pain in the bum, to be honest. So if you're doing this as well, just make sure you go very slowly if you don't want to rip the paper. Now for these, it doesn't really matter if they break because it's going to be the outside cover anyway. But for the other ones, you might want to be a little bit more careful. I have all these bag handles. These things are super strong. So if you ever have to reinforce anything, like the end of a notebook like that, or you just want them as embellishments, then keep them. I can't really unfold them because they are glued together there. Okay, as you just saw, I glued this whole thing together. So before, this is the cover. Before I want to sew around the entire thing, which is optional, you can also just leave it as is, I want to add some textures with paint. So I'm going to get my white gesso, start with the white gesso so I can cover up some bits. I want to keep some of the brown still here. I have this, what do you call this? Drywall tape, which is like a grid. Then I have some bubble wrap. And these things are also from packaging. So we have like a honeycomb here. This is from Meat, I think. Like a little grid, two-sided. And this is a piece of foam. Could be interesting as well. So I want to use those for adding textures. And the color scheme is, what is this? Sage, a navy blue, a soft moss, which is like kind of leaning towards a greeny beige kind of color. And this is olive. So this is my color scheme that I want to use for this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna play some music for you whilst I do this. So I just sewed around the outside. What I want to do with the strips that we took off is make a closure that kind of slips into, probably close and then close. I think so. So I'm gonna weave them. Yeah, let's do that. And then I have to sew that on to just give it some strength. Okay, so I made the weaving and then I did sew around them. I love how they turn out, and what I want to do now is put this here and sew this on here, and then I can close it like that. And I think that will be pretty neat. Let it go up a little bit so it's not super flush. Let that dry, and then I'll sew there and there as well. You will see that on the inside, but I don't mind. Now, I've sewn this on, I've sewn that on, and now we can close it. Which is pretty neat. This is what we folded earlier. This is what we prepared earlier. And I'm just gonna pamphlet stitch that in right there. That's all I'm gonna do for now. It's just gonna go in, out, over, through, out, and back in here. And then you tie on both, you have the strand on both sides of the strand in the middle. And then you tie a double knot, and that's it. So pamphlet stitch there, and then we're getting on to organizing these pages because they're still attached. So let's do the binding. Okay, it's all stitched together now in the middle, like so. Can hardly see it. There's a stitch there. And now I'm gonna separate the pages. So you wanna grab something like a palette knife or a normal knife or whatever you've got. And then starting from the side here, whatever is still together needs to come loose. And if that breaks a few things, that's okay. See here? This needs to come loose. I'm just gonna slice that open. You can keep the larger flaps. I might actually cut them down to page size, but I'll get to that in a second. And then with these bottom parts, I'm gonna do the same there too. This is, I was gonna say this is page 1, but it's a little bit broken. So I might just take that out, I think. Or I might glue it. No, I might just take it out and perhaps make a pocket here at the front. Something like that. So let's just keep going. Page 1. Page 2. Page 3. Four. Okay, so this is where that went wrong with that page, with this one. It just wasn't fully attached to the other part, this one. So I'm just gonna remove this completely. See there? It was only attached at the bottom there. So there's that. We just lose a page, but that's okay. And now, if you want, you can fold this like this. And then you have a side pocket, but it will only be with these last ones, or a flip out. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cut them short. And you can make these into tags, into tuck spots, into pockets again, like in other spots. You can do all kinds of stuff with these, even just journaling spots. All right, I think we have everything now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now, the different bags that you use, the different results you will get, of course, but I'm pretty happy with this. these ones, so what you can do is make a little booklet and then put them all together, and you have a little book to put into your journal for journaling. Or you can make an over the page thing, a kind of flip spot with journaling papers. So you have basically some scrap papers here. And then this together. And hang this over the page. So you have a tab and journaling, extra journaling papers. Wow, I can't speak today. And perhaps do that with this one too. There we go. These ones I can probably glue that on a page and have like a fold out on that. There we go. Nice and simple. And this one, I set a pocket, but I can probably do the same thing with this thing. There we go. And you can dress it up however you like, of course, when it's done. So here's my little how to make a quick journal out of some paper bags. I particularly like the closure, how that turned out, and just the roughness of it. I just like that. You can do with this seriously whatever. It is it's a journal made out of junk. However, it can be easily a scraps journal or whatever, or a literal junk journal, or perhaps you just want to write in it, you know. I think I'm gonna take this on holiday, maybe even let my little one use it. Make a drawing every day of things that we do. I don't know, who knows. And yeah, this is it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.